Hi, I'm Andy Glass with WorkshopAddict.com. Today we're going to take a look at WORX Landroid Automatic or Robotic Mower. Now we're in our workshop here today. We had our first freeze warning last night, so it's a little chilly outside. We pulled this unit from the backyard in our residential lot, brought it out to the shop, and we are going to kind of overview it and give you our experience over the last roughly 2 months that we've had it. Now we've done an installation video in the past that is a full walkthrough from installing the guide wire, setting up the unit, the docking station, and getting this unit set up in your yard and getting it mowing, as you can do other tasks or just sit back and enjoy having your yard mowed and you don't have to. You can click the card in the corner or the link in the description to check that video out. We've had this unit in our residential lot. It's about a 1/4 acre total, minus your hardscaping, the landscaping, the house, the driveway, sidewalk, etc. That's what this unit is rated for, is a 1/4 acre, so we have plenty of capacity within this unit to mow our particular lot. Now initially we put it in the backyard. You have to wire up the perimeter wire that this thing uses, or the boundary wire, and we've had that back there for about 3 to 4 weeks when we initially got it. We absolutely loved it. It was such a great deal that we needed to find an option to get the unit into the front yard. Now, of course, our driveway splits the front yard. We have a larger portion on the left and a skinnier portion on the right. Now, it made sense to figure out how to get it to that larger portion, and then we needed to mow the boulevards regardless, so we'll just mow the right-hand side of the driveway as well. So we decided to remove the gate that separated the backyard and the front yard. We literally pulled out the post, pulled out the gate, and that widened it. Now, we needed to remove that because this unit has to have a 14-inch setback from your boundaries, and that's where your boundary wire is. And WORX requires 3 feet in between the boundary wires in order for this unit to work properly. And with a gate, you do not have the 14 on each side and then 3 foot in the middle, therefore we had to remove it. In addition to that, we had landscaping that kind of curls around and gets really close to the property line. So I went over to the neighbors, I asked if I could mow a couple feet of his yard. He had no issues with that. So we ran the boundary wire a little bit into his yard so we could maintain that 3 foot gap in between both the boundary wires to get around that landscaping or retaining wall. Now we touched base a little bit in the installation video, but the programming, the control panel, the interface is extremely easy to use and operate, program, get it set up right away. WORX has included an incredible set of directions and a guide to programming this, getting it dialed into your yard, and so that's really not a big issue. If you can operate your smartphone, this thing's going to be an absolute piece of cake for you. This unit runs with 3 razor blades. Now, that might surprise you, but if you think about it, it's only going to be cutting very, very small amounts of grass each time it runs over that spot. With that being said, WORX requires or recommends you change that roughly every 2 to 4 months, depending on the thickness of your grass, how wet it is, how often it's mowing, just those variables. We have not changed these yet, and they're still very sharp. We have a well-irrigated and well-fertilized yard, and this thing is just running like a champ. The cut quality is great. Initially, when we set it out there, it looked like an absolute drunk was mowing our yard. It just mows in a random pattern, but eventually, as it runs so much over your yard, it creates kind of a carpet effect where there's just so many lines that you really don't see lines. You just see grass, and the cut quality is perfect. You get down there, and it's just all leveled the same amount. Speaking of even ground, it is extremely easy to change the cutting height of this unit. There's a dial just above the control panel underneath the black lid, and you simply rotate it to the desired setting you want, and you're done. It's that easy, that simple, no tools. You can do it within maybe 5-6 seconds, and you're ready to go. Now there's a few drawbacks that we've discovered with this unit right from the get-go all the way to a couple months after using it. One is the fences. If you have gates, it can't go through the gates. You either have to take them down or physically move this unit into that other area. Basically what we did is we removed our gates, as we said earlier, and then we set zones to where this unit would follow the perimeter wire until it reached the second area that it was supposed to mow, and then it would come off the perimeter and mow a certain amount of time. Second is sidewalks. We did not want the liability or the concern of having this unit go across sidewalks to get to our boulevard. So unfortunately, we still have a regular lawnmower and we will go out there, whatever our normal mowing is, and we'll simply mow that. Now, yes, it is kind of inconvenient that you still have to mow, but we'll dive into a little bit of time savings here in a little bit. The perimeter wear down, where this unit follows the boundary wire along the perimeter, like on my fences and the landscaping and near the sidewalks, it does that multiple times a day as it goes back and recharges to get back to the docking station. And it's clear that there are two little Landroid tracks that follow that line, and it is kind of being matted down or wearing down, and I just want to see how that holds up over time. We're 2 months into it, and it's definitely noticeable, but I just want to make sure the grass, health-wise, is going to maintain that with the test of time. Another concern with this is the battery over the winter months. Now, we have our docking station obviously outside. We are probably going to remove that. We'll unplug the perimeter wires from the unit, bring that inside, and maybe just keep it on the charger over the winter, and then shut off the auto mowing. That way it can trickle charge or maintain that charge in the battery and prevent it from going dry or going dead. One thing I want to talk about is safety. This thing is obviously pretty much carefree. You don't really have to do much to it besides change the blades on it and keep the tops clean, whatnot. But we have a little son. He's 18 months old. We have 2 dogs and a cat that occasionally gets out. We've had absolutely 0 issues with safety factors with our son and the pets. Neighbor kids, they come and watch it on the sidewalk. They know to stay away from it. If this thing does get picked up, it automatically shuts off and has to be reset before those blades stop again or start again, excuse me. Let's talk a little bit about time savings. When people hear we have a auto mower, they often call us lazy. They often wonder about quality cuts and all that stuff. Well, this thing, guys, is a tool. Back in the day when people had to wash dishes by hand before dishwashers were made, are you lazy for using your dishwasher? Absolutely not. That is a tool that you use in your kitchen. There are a variety of other things that are not only convenient to use, but they are a time saver. This thing saves us based upon our calculations on what we used to mow or yard care for now what we mow now, just the 2 boulevards in the right-hand side. We, of course, have to string trim regardless of our mowing applications. But it saves us approximately 22 hours every mowing season. This tool is mowing our grass so we don't have to, and we can be doing something else. Whether that's spending time with the family, doing other house chores, or actually in the workshop making money to support our family. With that being said, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. Again, we encourage you to look at our installation video. That'll kind of give you an idea of how this unit works, how you set it up, and how you program it to mow your yard. We encourage you to follow us on social media as we do product review updates. We documented this process on our social media as we went along and installed it and set it up for our yard, as well as follow us for project updates and exclusive social media giveaways. I'm Andy Glass with Workshop Addict. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.